Hello! Hi, how are ya? You know who I am? No, you don't. But we're here, we're all together. Mega Man 6, or this is Rockman 6 because my Famicom connects easier to everything I got going on. So we're playing the Japanese version rather than the English version, but that's fine. Let's put the original hardware tag in that because people love that stuff, man. But we're playing Mega Man 6. It's going to be really fun. I've got performance reviews. I've got questions that people ask. Thank God. I thought, like, I've said before, I'm always so scared no one's ever going to show up to my birthday party. So we're here. You know me, when I play Mega Man games, we've played. This is the last one of the original 6 I have not played. And so here we are. We're going to just go with Blizzard Man first. You're supposed to start with Plant Man, but we're here. So let's just get a warm up with old Blizzard Man. And then once we start getting into it, we might start answering some of the questions. Just give people an opportunity to come on because my goodness, am I so popular, right? That we need everyone to be given the chance to come along. That's a very conceited way of thinking, but I'm gonna stick by it. Hopefully there's no bonus stuff in this level. I don't think there is. There are definitely bonus items in this game that you can get by playing the game a certain way or going through certain sections. So if we go, I only have my Buster. I do not have any of the bonus weapons yet. So, let's give it a go. That's something I just can't get right now. So we're gonna play, we're gonna do our best. You know me, we always get through Mega Man games anyway. It doesn't matter if this one takes a little longer, because we'll have things to talk about, like I can't get through here without the flames. So that's disappointing. Oh, he took a lot. I really love playing Mega Man games. It's probably my favorite series. I play a lot of stuff. I have a lot of favorites because there's a lot of cool stuff out there in the planet. But Mega Man games are really what I always come back to. I used to play these like every day. They were my big favorite and I loved them. Alright, big old squid. Nice, it worked. Alice's Witch Hat, hello. It is going great. I'm just getting a warm up here on Mega Man, and then once we get in there, I'll start answering some of the stuff that people sent in because shockingly, people did actually send me stuff. I was pretty convinced I wasn't going to get anything. I thought I was like, you know, talking to no one, but I was very, very lucky. And people actually like me a little bit. So we are going to be answering some of that. I don't have any of the bonus items. I hope the boss fight goes really, really well because I got next to nothing to help deal with it. But I'm sure it'll go just fine. I don't find these games difficult. There's quite a bit to them, but once you get the hang of it, it is really not that bad. So here we go. We're in. A little puzzle. Alright, we're all just bots, but we do like you. Well, that's all I can really ask for. Alright, Buster is where it's at. We are fighting Blizzard Man, so hopefully he doesn't take us down too hard. Let's do it. Alright, he's snowing. Alright. This is going well. We can do this. We can probably do this. Good. If he keeps up this sort of pattern, we should be okay. Mega Man bosses, it's all about the pattern that they give you. Oof. Can't get hit by too many of those. Sorry, I need to clear my throat. What a great thing to listen to. Alright, we did it. Good, good, good. I'll have some water for free. No one even has to do anything. So that's one boss down out of 8. And then we will start getting onto some of the things we were discussing. Or that I asked, basically. So we get B attack. So first up, I guess we can talk about a good old 2-in-1 over the next boss. So there was... Alright, who are we going to go for next? That's right, and we need... That's... I remember. More. Okay, I can do that. I forgot. So yeah, the top 4 bosses have nothing bonus. And the bottom 4 all do. I forgot. Alright. So we're going to Tomahawk Man now. We're probably going to have to redo it later. So we will start getting into some of the answers. So the first 2... So my performance review that I wrote up to treat this like a job to see whether people would be interested in having me on if I was to continue. This song is like the best in the game, by the way. It's amazing. The Tomahawk Man music. If you ever get on down, they released a like 30th anniversary, or maybe it was 20th at the time, 30th anniversary like music CD. They made two remix CDs, like a techno one and a rock one. And Tomahawk Man's mix in it is just amazing. Wearing a suit in case I need to fire you. Yeah, I won't count my chickens before they hatch. So first up, I asked, like, you know, how long has everyone been around? Because I'm not too sure. And I think the prevailing answer was like a couple months. So they've known me 3 to 5 months, which is good. I had one answer of since the beginning, which I greatly appreciate. I'm getting beat up. And then, what was the other one? One person saying also less than a month. So no matter how long anyone's been here, very much appreciated. I didn't even, we miss out on the bonus section again because we don't have the flying armor. But look at this background. This is like the best level in the whole game. There's so much effort put in. And I guess, like, again, I said it when we played Mega Man 1, but it's just amazing the difference in background. This is what I love seeing, like, between Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 6, just how far they came between, like, 1986 and, like, 1993 as well, in terms of, yeah, the sunset is awesome. It's amazing. We're just gonna leave this guy because he's really strong. So the difference in technology and just like backgrounds and stuff is actually crazy. Absolutely nuts what they could achieve. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone, no matter who. We're supposed to go like down here, so there's a really good item we could get. We'll have to come back for, because trust me, it is going to be a lifesaver. So it's through that block there. It is the item balancer, and we get it from Proto Man, Mega Man's brother. Which automatically like sorts out like weapon energy and gives it to whatever needs it the most, which is fantastic. And then we also need to come back and fight him a different way in order to get the beat parts to get our favorite bird back. But yeah, just like listening to people, talking to people about how long they've been here, it's surprising because we really don't think about being around for that much time. Like, it barely even... I had to check, you know, like 4 or 5 times if I was even around for 6 months, you know. It's like, I can do this. Because it really doesn't feel like the 6-month mark has been passed. I had like barely any clue. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop letting him jump on me. And the second question, of course, was, do you enjoy watching the content? Do you enjoy the streams? Do you enjoy whatever videos I might put up later? And that answer was 100% yes, which I am chuffed. Very pleased. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it that everyone was so nice. I had honestly no idea what to expect. I sort of put it up as a half joke, but you know, there's always a... Well, that's not that wasn't the question. Yeah, that was just, do you like it? That wasn't the, may I continue? We're gonna go to Plant Man. He's where you should be starting in this game if you're gonna play it. No hate watchers. That's right. But that's such a strange concept as well. The idea that people show up just to like hang trash and hate on a particular person. I mean, do you really hate them that much if you're hanging around all the time? There might be a little bit of love in there. Might have those mixed and confused feelings. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of one-ups here. That's terrific. These guys clown on me all the time. We have not gotten another Mega Man form yet, but we do have the Silver Tomahawk, which is nice. I've sort of, like, this game, I really, really like Mega Man 6. It's awesome. I like 4, 5, 6 a bit more than I like 1, 2, 3. But I would say that 6 is definitely the one I've played the least recently. I've had a lot of time to forget. I barely even remember the, like, correct order or which boss should have their weapon used against who. It's Eddie. He's given us another one-up. We are invincible. This guy's annoying. This guy's very annoying. He approaches, he fires his little shots. And we gotta stop him. There we go. If I'm not wrong, we might have to do that again. But hopefully not. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. I remember all the bonus stuff. And I really have to remember as well what to use in the Wily levels. Because spoilers, he's the last boss again. Just like the last 5 games. Charging up in this game's alright because there's quite a lot of little enemies. Yep, here we go. Let's try and dodge him as much as we can. Instant loss. Instant loss. Alright, that was a lot faster. I don't know, I'm talking like I'm trying to do like world record pace here, but I'm just a dude having a good time. Look at this section. So much garbage to put up with. There's the fish coming out. There's these that open when you shoot them. And then those flowers as well, they're health, so we can use those. Excellent. I think... Rude. Well, lucky we have all those lives, and luckily we're in this section as well. We didn't have to go back too far, but I did not watch out for the fish. We're just gonna leave him all behind. I'm flailing. I'm floundering. Yup. Get the crying face out for me. There we go. I'm two-handing it. I'm like crab clawing it to get my shots out as fast as possible. I've got my right thumb on the A button, left thumb on the B button to fire out those shots as fast as I can. I can't believe I did it again. I'm too busy thinking about other stuff. Thinking about the stuff I'm gonna say next, you know. Oh, this world record run is not going as well. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight to get that first place, but I think we can still do it. I still think we can take the gold on our run. I think next up in my performance review, after I got the like, do you like this guy? You believe in me? Fantastic. That's all I could ever ask for. I believe I I will spoil it. I did also get a 100% approval rating on Would You Let This Man Continue, which means the world to me. I put that out there and I was like, I actually have no clue what people are going to say. I have no idea if people would allow me, or if they're like, hey dude, you sort of suck. It's time to pack it up. Alright, get the fish out early, there we go. We gotta open up the flower. It's all about accuracy and I don't got it. So we get the fish out of the way, the bugs out of the way. Look at this mess. There is so much going on here. There's so much to take in. Oh, not too far back. We don't want to get hit. Up. People can do that without getting hit, but I'm not one of those people. And here we are at Plant Man. Yeah, I like watching you, but I'm really busy, so is it okay if you stop? Well, that's pretty much the sentiment. I guess if we got the approval rating for one, it would be a little weird to lose the approval rating for the other. Alright, he's got a decent pattern as well. I guess his like easy pattern is why it's alright to start with him. You can see, I guess if we're lucky, we might get him locked into this loop here. Ah, phooey. One more shot. So we've covered that. We've covered, I think, 3 out of the 6 questions. So I think questions... Oh, well, there we go. I asked also about my social media presence because I'm really not sure what I'm doing on that thing. I sort of just post up whatever I feel like. I don't know how to work the internet. I don't know how to work the crowds in my favor. And we got Rush Jet. Fantastic. We need that. We are going to... I think next we can try Flame Man. I think that'll be a good one. So I get half the people said I should be doing more on social media and that they enjoyed what I do. About a third of people said whatever I'm doing is fine. And then a small minority said, you know, I don't really mind, do whatever you like. Again, shockingly, surprisingly, did not receive any negative feedback, which was crazy. On that one, I could have sworn someone was going to be like, hey man, don't you know you're real annoying? Always interesting in this game how they came this far, and they've obviously had like Fireman, they've had lots of flame enemies, and they're like, what do we do this time to differentiate? They're like, make him Flame Man. You can see the fire dudes, if they drop in the oil, they light it up. Leo is here. Good morning. Well, it's a little past morning for me, but I guess in the different time zones, you know, we all live in. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming to hang out. Well, actually, we are going over my sweet performance review. My probationary period is over. I need to know if I'm becoming employed by the viewership or if they're letting me go. And so far, it seems to be pretty positive. You filled out a form? Amazing. It was supposed to be like anonymous, so it's like there's no need to out yourself. I'm not going to call people out for their answers. I'm not going to be like, who answered this? Who said this? That completely misses the point. That's like a regular work review, you know? When they're like, fill out the survey, it's anonymous. And then you're like, hey, this place ain't the best. And they're like, who said this? I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna leave it anonymous, it's okay. But I guess one thing, we haven't covered yet the old strengths and weaknesses, and maybe after we beat Flame Man, we'll give that a look. I forget if Flame Man's weak to like the icicles or not. I think it's the other way around. Look at this. These levels are just real cool. We are anonymous. It's true. That's how a survey should be. There's no point if I'm just asking you to your face. Like, you know, what do you think? Tell me the honest truth. You're never gonna do that. We always gotta keep it a little bit hidden. Ooh. Yeah, I forget who, you're supposed to use on Flame Man. I think it's the wind one. I finally have the jet adapter. I'll show that off later. Did I get another E-Tank? Very cool. You like being mysterious? Well, there you go. You got that anonymity. You want it? You got it. I forget his deal. That's it. As long as we hit him more than he hits us, it should be all gravy, but I'm getting beat up a little bit. You know, maybe I'll just take a hit. Maybe I'll just, like, take the loss. Woo! Ugh. Gotta stop moving when he does that. Ugh. If I can pull this off, you know what? Nah. May or may not have the Guy Fawkes mask. Nice. Alright, now this time, if we get far into it, I'll use the energy tank, but I was okay with not using it. I was okay with starting again. Oh, this is what I like about Mega Man 5 and 6 as well. If you can get locked into, like, I guess it's a glitch of sorts, because I don't think they intended it. But you can get locked into a position where your shots, your charge shots don't make any noise, and I like that. The charge noise, while the charge shot is very useful, the noise is annoying. And so I prefer to not have it. Alright, he didn't slide, that's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it this time. One more hit for good luck. And there we go. We kept the E-Tank. So next up, we have like, I'll cover like what people said, the strengths. And I was very surprised. And we've got the power adapter. Okay. I'm having a drink of water for free. I am a thirsty little flower. Anyway, so Tomahawk Man. We're gonna go back here first. I think I'm gonna do Wind Man next. But we can also talk about my good old strengths while we do it. While we run through Tomahawk Man again. The people wrote out. So a lot of, one answer, there was one. I guess a lot of what I got was just like, oh look, and the level's changed a bit now that he's been taken out. Which is crazy, it's like nighttime now, it was sunset before. This game's wild. So I guess what a lot of people answered, basically, I don't know if I should just read out the straight answers. I don't know if that's embarrassing to the people who wrote them. But, I guess a lot of it, you have never played Mega Man. You're missing out. It's fun. The original 6 are the best. I guess just like the positivity, the friendliness, the laugh, which is, I suppose, like, I don't know. I've gotten that a lot before. There was like this phase at the start where everyone was just like the man, the laugh. They are one in the same. And then I started getting like, I started copping it quite a bit for it as well. A lot of people, when they would like contact me, I guess when I would be talked to like anonymously, they would just be like, that laugh is actually quite annoying, please stop. People told you that, and now look at this, by the way. Now we've got the jet adapter, which is sick. They're like, people told you it was good a couple times and now you're overacting. You're just faking it. I'm like, dude, you're thinking a little too hard. I'm just out here having a good time, but it was nice of everyone to say that that was, I guess, a defining feature. The positivity. Stop having fun. I know. Everyone's like, it's good, do it more. And then I'm like, all right. And then I do it more and they're like, disgusting. The fakest MSB projecting, it's true. Listen, I'm not gonna rant on that too much because that, like, negativity isn't really our style. We're not really complainers around here. I just thought it was just a strange... I haven't heard, like, anything of the sort for a long time. Maybe I did tone it down a little. I don't know if I should have. Alright. So we need the jet here. Oh. So we can get under here. Oh, actually, no. That is not where I want to be one bit. Crap. Alright, we want to be on top. We like being on top. There we go. So everyone... But I will just read out one thing that got me. So there was like, happiness and laughter was my strong suit, this person wrote. And then they said, I wish I appeared as happy as you. I was like, excuse me? What do you mean by appeared? And this is the power adapter. You know, I've been seeing these like broken blocks all the way. If we inch forward, we can actually punch them, and now we can break through them as well. That is this game's gimmick. It's like, this isn't an act, honey. I am genuinely having the time of my life. There we go, we're in. And now we get to go in, and this is what I was talking about before, the best item in the whole game. One of the best additions to the Mega Man series. The item balancer. So we get it now, it's there, and so anytime we use an item or a power, and it uses its energy, and we pick some up, even in regular mode, it will automatically go back into whatever needs it most, which is amazing. But can't tell if that's funny or sad. Like, and I guess they wrote as well, it's like, I wish I could appear as happy as you. And it's like, no, don't appear. Do it for real. It's more fun. So if that's the advice I can give back. No, don't act. Don't act like you're having a good time. Just have a good time. We also had this one. I was like, huh? But it's okay. We had like, you know, a compliment that I'm very chill. It's like chill, sane, and doesn't act like a virgin. I was like, okay. I don't really know if, I don't know, doing stuff like playing Mega Man 6 on the NES is like some of the most sexually charged stuff you can do. But yeah, I guess, like, you know, not exactly afraid. And now we need to go and fight this Tomahawk Man in order to get the beat parts. Trust me, it's good. That was not your response. Okay, okay. You're like, oh goodness. Like, oh, I gotta cover my tracks now. I forget what Tomahawk Man is weak to, but we're just gonna take him out the same way we did last time. We're just gonna dodge him. Oh, that was good. But we messed it up again. Oh. We do have the... we got 3. When did we get 3? God, you're done. When did we get 3 of these? But, like, I guess it's true. Like, I don't know. I'm not, like... I don't claim to be, like... I don't think... I've said before, I don't think anyone's here because they're, like, DTF. I don't think anyone's like, that Kai fella, he's playing Mega Man again. That's got me going. I don't really think that's what anyone's here for. I think everyone's here to have a fun time and hang out. And again, when I read these responses and I respond to them, I am absolutely not making fun. I'm not making fun of the people that sent them in, that took their time and did them, because that is like one of the nicest things they could have done. Answer me and help me in my time of need. Another thing, so I had to read more ASMR line reads, and I'll get a viewer who is. I think that the more... See, now we've got a B there. B for beat the bird. I get the feeling if we do those line reads more often, I don't get the feeling that we will pick up more viewers. I get the feeling that we'll lose the people that we have. They'll be like, this guy's getting weird. I'm out of here. And we're in Windman stage now, which is like China themed, which is cool, I guess. We got pandas and stuff. This is probably the second place you should come to. I think this guy is weak to Plant Man's weapon. I don't know. I've just been like raw dogging it with the Mega Buster. I basically cannot remember how things go. But we've got that. Another good one. I had to look this word up. Affable. Affable. Great sense of humor. See, A+ laugh. Fantastic. Relentlessly positive. And then they attributed it, must be all the Australian sunshine. And I guess it is. Although I am more of a homebody than I should be, but... Again, fantastic, and I'm really glad to hear it, that people enjoy the positivity, because that's really, I don't know, that's what I strive to achieve, you know? Why be upset? Who is actually gonna roll up and be like, hello, let's play these games together. I'm in the worst mood of my life, and I hope you are too. Let's go for it. I don't really think that would work. Although, honestly, sometimes I have come online. Son, sad airman ASMR. Actually, I think I could get up there if I wanted. Do you know what it's like to be the power only push people away? That's amazing. The sun, who is she? Oh no, wait, we're supposed to go from like up here. Ooh! And now we can get up there. Oh man, sad airman. And again, another one like positivity. Now this one, I've gotten this a couple times. People saying I'm very good at like conversation and talking and holding conversation. Honestly, I think that is one of my weakest points, which is crazy. Like, I think that like, I'm actually not that hot at holding conversation, keeping people's attention and talking about, you know, interesting stuff while we play. I feel like I'm not really bringing enough to it. I guess it's because early on, very early on, I saw this piece of advice, and let me tell you something. There is so much terrible advice on the internet. I've probably given out plenty myself. But there's a lot of crummy advice out there on the internet, and I guess one of the ones that I guess bought into and I still buy into, unfortunately, is that if you're playing something and you're only talking about the game itself and you're only responding about what you're playing, you are boring. And you need to think up more interesting things to talk about. And I was like, maybe I've taken that one a little bit to heart. Because everyone, I don't know, according to this performance review, everyone's like, you're great at talking, but I don't know. Apparently I am, even though I think I'm not. Crazy. I guess that's another reason why you gotta do the review as well, because sometimes you get these opinions. Well, everyone's worst critic is themselves, isn't it? And sometimes you just gotta shut up and let other people tell you what's going on. We had one more as well, and maybe I'll talk about it after Windman. Maybe I can focus my hardest on the Windman fight. I'm gonna go ahead and say we need the plant barrier. I think. I'm really bad at the weaknesses in this game. Let me see. No, it didn't work at all. I'm wrong. This will work just fine. See, in these games when I just play them, however, I usually just end up doing the entire thing with the Mega Buster. I don't even really use the weapons in the stages, and I know that's wrong. That's like not how God intended, but I just end up doing these things anyway. I'm also a little sad to be playing this game because it means afterwards we can't really play Mega Man games anymore. Like, we can't just replay the same 6 over and over again. We have to branch out into some of the other ones which aren't as hot. Quit yapping so we can yap about how we like your yapping. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, the final like strength review that I was really taken aback by and really enjoyed. We're gonna go to Yamato Man next. So we've got here, I'm just gonna read this out because there was a little bit to it. There's a kind, sweet, hard-working, like, don't call me hard-working, you don't know me at all, I'm a bum. A hard-working young man, and that's good. I really appreciated the input of the word young in there because everyone always tells me how old I am all the time, and I swear I'm not. I'm young and hot, but, there we go. And again, always have something to say, which is good, and I don't really understand, but we're gonna do it. The niche of retro Nintendo games is interesting. Love watching the stream. And that was such a nice thing to put in. Because, again, like, yeah, I'm not sure that I was ever that good at talking, but apparently I'm not bad. And that niche that I've put up, apparently, and I guess I'm playing into it now that more people have talked about it, that I just play like old Nintendo stuff and it's really fun to see. And like a lot of people have complimented me on using like original hardware where I can as well, which is pretty much everything we've done, honestly. You may have guessed that the randomizers aren't original cartridges, but what can I do? There's no way to do it. Almost like next to no game offers randomizers as standard. The only one I really know is Bloodstained. Maybe we'll play the randomizer of that sometime. But yeah, this niche apparently that I've gotten myself into, which honestly, it's not that special. Lots of people do it because I think, like me, I don't have the best setup. As I've mentioned many times before, I'm currently sitting on a couch with like a Kmart footstool in between my legs with the microphone on it, and that's how we are together all the time. That's how you listen to me. Nice. But this niche, yeah, it really just comes from, I'm using what I have on hand. I've always had this stuff. I've got ways to connect it up to like HD TVs just because I wanted it, and now we're able to use all of our powers for good to really get this experience together. And honestly, like, if you look at the screen, like, yeah, sure, our quality's not the best, but please know it is coming off like a Model 2 Famicom on my TV. Like, we're using, like, the cartridge is real as well, so we are using stuff from, like, the 90s, the early 90s, because that's when I think the Model 2 came out at least. So, if it doesn't look its hottest, if it doesn't look its best and most HD, well, obviously that's my setup as well. I think if I tried to stream in anything more than, like, 720, 30 frames, my like, stream would perish, and no one would be able to watch it all, and then no one could compliment me or my laugh. Which is what I live for. So, we'll have to... I think one of the goals of this year is to try and get a better computer to stream a little better, get some better equipment and improve. But I think for now, we live as is. We're making do with what we have. You think you played the Transformers game on the Famicom at some point? Apparently it's good. I think it's, like, actually alright. And we've reached the end of the level, so this is the alternate Yamato Man, I guess. I forget everything. I think, let's try the Plant Barrier. And play games from the 21st century. Hey, I have done that. The early 2000s count as the 21st century. So when I play the GameCube, even though it's considered retro and that makes me cry a little bit. Alright, Plant Barrier also not working here. What is everyone's weakness, man? Alright, that's also not it. Do you hate tomahawks? Alright, he hates the silver tomahawk. That's good. We figured it out. I might die, but it's fine. We know his weakness. That's fine. It was gonna be him or me. True, true. That's right, that's right. But the thing is, even if we get a better setup, I guess if people ask, like, I will, but I don't really know if we'll break out of the, like, Nintendo niche, because it's just fun. Like, I think the only real, like, PlayStation game I'm, like, itching to play is, Project Diva. That would be fun, but I know I can't do that right now because, that game moves a lot, and there's a lot going on. And so I know that the frame rate would just be absolutely decimated if I tried that one right now. So we're just gonna have to wait to go nuts to Vocaloid music. I'm drinking water for free again. Bear witness. You love Project Diva, everyone does. Everyone does, and people who say they don't are lying. Nightmare. Alright, as we get into this one, I'm going to start reading it. I also had a weaknesses section. But again, people were very nice to me in the weakness section. So, like, very first one I got. Kai has no weaknesses. He is cute baby. Thank you. This is also a great song in this game. This one is actual real advice. You changed it already, this person has told me, but you should not be putting yourself down in text descriptions. Honestly, the only reason I ever really did that is because I just don't feel as though with my current setup, my presentation, that I am giving enough to make an enjoyable stream. And that is, it's on me, of course, to improve, but I'm taking my time. I'm really slowing it down. Like, most people have, like, their entire setup and persona sorted by the 6-month mark, but I feel like I'm still figuring it out. Like, I'm still thinking to myself, like, I haven't really started yet. Like, we're hanging out and making friends, but, like, you know, we're not quite there yet. Like, when I start up, it's gonna be so good when I start for real. But, you know, the reality is we're here, we're going every day, almost every day, and this is all we got for now. It's going to improve, but just the fact that we're not waiting, like, real life is happening right now. And yeah, sure, the situation isn't dire one bit. I mean, we're just streaming games and having fun, partying with our friends every day. But there's always more to improve upon, and that's the only reason why I ever put myself down. Like, it's half joking and then half feeling like I'm just not giving enough. And it really does come down to the fact that people are so nice. Like, it's a bit of a meme thing to say, like, you know, everyone is so nice to me all the time, but it's true. Everyone is so nice all the time and so positive, and so I really just feel like I gotta give that back to them, or that I'm not doing enough to support people the way that they are supportive to me. So hopefully that's another thing I'm just wrong about. But we can only see. There was this one too. And maybe I'll do it. Hopefully that person is here so that they can enjoy their suggestion of, there was this one. Being chill is all well and good, but perhaps just let out a good fuck on a rare occasion. So if you're around, I hope that was to your liking. I try not to swear too much because as an Australian, it's pretty much part of our, like, it's our only real culture. We don't have much going on, and so a lot of people, instead of having real identity, and Zepland is here, so now it's a real party. Instead of having a real cultural identity, we just swear a lot. And so I try not to bring that too much into my own life. I try to cut down, and I also try to make sure that the stream is a bit nicer as well. Cannot speak 2 sentences without swearing. I know, right? It takes real effort to put it away when you live in a place like ours. And thank you, Zeplander, for the party. the party hats, because yes, it is our 6-month anniversary today. 6 months ago, on this day, I streamed for the first time. I played Mario RPG on the SNES. I accidentally put in 2 music tracks, so if you watch my very first videos on YouTube, you will notice that the audio is doubled, and even better, there's like a 1-second delay between the 2 audio tracks, so it's almost unbearable and unwatchable. And that, of course, has the implication that I ever watch myself back, and I do not. Sometimes I'll go back to a stream to grab like something I wanted, like a screenshot of something cool or something I want to put in like a post later. Finally remembering the lineup, the type matchups. Another one was more music streams was a weakness of mine, and that's true. I should get back to making stuff, but here's the real reason. If you're here listening, and if that was you that said you got to be doing music more, that is true, and I accept it. However, it's been hot, and this is a happy little announcement that we can make. So, the real reason I wasn't doing anything in the past, like, well, over summer, I mean, I went overseas, but while I've been here as well, it's been hot. It's been really damn hot. But as of a couple weeks ago, there were a couple days where I had to stream at nighttime because, you know, the days were busy. So a happy little announcement. For the first time in my life, I am now living in a place that has proper heating and cooling. It was installed in my home a couple weeks ago. So now I will actually be all-purpose, all-weather. That is a happy announcement for me. I'm sure a lot of people from other countries are like, oh, what are you talking about? But a lot of places in Australia just have nothing or very minimal temperature control, even though it gets like balls hot here. We just gotta let this guy blow up. So yes, the music can now commence in all weather, which is very happy for me. Yeah, for real, aircon sucks. It gets to winter. What does it get to in winter? Like 15 degrees Celsius, which is not that cold. And there's all these rules about heating. But then it gets to like 40 degrees in the summer and everyone's like, oop, nothing we can do. Like, we live in the future now. Like, air conditioning is actually good. Like, I've lived in places where I just didn't use it because, let's face it, it still had like wood paneling. And to me, like, 70s and 80s sort of setup, and in my opinion, anything that has wood paneling in this day and age does not work, and it was true. This is a cool setup. Look at this level. The water is like upside down, so you get water physics on the roof and you get regular physics on the ground. That's nuts. Crazy town. But finally, for the first time in my life, proper heating and cooling that will allow us to finally do what we need. I can slap the drums in all weather conditions, and I am so pleased. So, we will do more of that in the future, and of course there's the fact that, yeah, I want to do singing and stuff. People are like, you should do more karaoke or like whatever. And I want to, but the thing is, yeah, I went overseas, and you know, I went to Japan where it's pretty much like be quiet all the time. So I didn't really talk a lot for 5 weeks, and then I've come home, and just in this past week I got a little cold as well. A tiny bit of illness, which I'm honestly already pretty much better from, which is like awesome. It did not hang around, it did not last long, which I am chuffed about. This guy is just absolutely grinding my gears. It really steams my broccoli. Oh, but now they can shoot from below as well, so that's gonna be a rough one. Nice! No damage run. So yes, we will work on it in the future. For anyone that liked and enjoyed the music, we can make more. So, I've been sick, I've been overseas, so the singing hasn't been as good. Like, I tried a little today and I was like, no, this needs more time. This needs a bit more rest. I don't want to wreck anything, having been sick so soon. You love karaoke and singing, so can't wait to do your own singing stream? Absolutely. And I can't wait to be there. So that's what the person who wrote more music streams is getting out of me. That is my response. Thank you for saying that. I also I know who this is. Sorry, but I know who wrote this one. We had when I said, what are my weaknesses that need to be worked on? We got instructions not clear. He fought a kangaroo and did not win. Tried to go to his mum's house for healing and was arrested. And I guess, yeah, that is a bit of a weakness. Getting beat up and then getting caught. God, what was Centaur Man's? I think it's the Night Crush, which is a very cool weapon name. But then again, I've got like 5 E-Tanks, but I've also got like a bajillion lives. So we might just, the kangaroo allegations. I'll never beat them. Hello, Adeline. I'm sure you've been here for a while, but it's always nice to hear you speak up as well. What's some other ones? I might, you know, just on this occasion, I might focus on the boss and then we'll get to my other weakness reading in just a sec. There we go, that'll be fine. And then... So, this is what I was saying before, like stream visuals, someone also said was a weakness, and that is perfectly fine. Like, you know, try to update to Live 2D, maybe an overlay or something, and the overlay is definitely something I should get. I am working on, I'm trying my darndest, man. I'm doing my best to get myself a more finalized design. This was always supposed to be temporary, but here we are 6 months later. This look was not supposed to be long term, but here I am doing it anyway, right? I know exactly what I want and I just have to get someone to do it. So look forward to that in the future as well. This ain't over. There we go, that went a lot easier, didn't it? So, and the upgrade to Live 2D, maybe I'll try and get another personalized like PNG or the PNG Plus, because again, we need to update the setup. My, your model's been put together in Live 2D. Hate waiting. It's true, but it's worth it. So I'm really lucky I didn't actually try and shoot for a Live 2D because I was going to try, and then, like, I got offered the PNG Plus, and I went for it, and I got it, and my computer hates it. It's barely functioning. So, I'm really, really glad I didn't try anything more intensive, otherwise it probably would have just blown up. And we're in the last 8 levels now, so we got our beat. You were browsing for artists recently, and wow, male artists are hard to come by. It is true. It is absolutely true. And I've been ditched multiple times. I've had people say yes, and then, of course, like the legend goes, you know, I got accepted by someone, the first person I tried, you know, they were like, you know, I'm happy to do it, can't wait to work with you, and then a few mornings later, I woke up, you know, checked the old Twitter feed, and I got there was just a post from them, no private message to me, but just a post from them being like, you know, I am tired of art, currently, this is another good song, and I will be taking a break. And I was like, oh, well, I guess that's over then, before it even began. And then, you know, I've had like other shots as well where people either just, you know, haven't answered back. It's okay to be busy. I'm not gonna hate on people for being busy. Like most popular artists have a wait list, and there's a reason they have a wait list, because they're very good, obviously. I've been, you know, told I don't want to do this anymore, you know, after being told like, yeah, we'll give it a go, being told like, yeah, I don't want to make this anymore. So, but this isn't about like drama and stuff. Your artist does men as well, not sure if it's my style. Well, all you can do is send it to me, right? I can either just say yes or no. But it's tricky stuff. I have seen some, and recently, all I've needed to do is just get off my little butt and message a couple people, because I've got a few people that I think would be good, and I just have to actually get onto it. It's a little discouraging. It's very easy to be put down, and of course there's all sorts of like real life stuff in the way. This part, so there's a massive shortcut on the right, but it's actually a little tough to do. I can try it. I can try and be like a really cool guy. So you need to charge up your punch. You need to not only get there, you need to do a little jump C, and then you need to punch the wall as well while you're doing it. So it's a little crazy. Oh, I guess I'm dead. We're not going to do it. When we go back there, we are just going to scoot straight over to the long way around, because honestly, it's not that different or difficult. Now look, my world record pace is being disturbed. But yes, if anyone has any suggestions for artists that do like sort of masculine men, I don't want to be a little twink no more. I don't need to be like, you know, ultra hyper manly man, because I just don't think that's my vibe. But if anyone knows anyone, I'm always open to suggestion, but otherwise I'm a grown man and I can sort my own problems, so do not cry for me. I'm already living well. We're not going to bother with this scream. We're just going to fly straight up there. It's a little more annoying over here, but we'll be fine. So that's my stance on the upgrade to live 2D. I would love to, but I think we're going to have to upgrade the old computer first. It's called bulking. Pray for Mojo. I'm just focusing so hard right now. There was more to that message than just upgrade to live. So again, do more music stream. Karaoke was very fun. Maybe do hand cam as well. So that is something I've been working on. I'm just trying to find a camera. I think I have one. I've got like a rip-off GoPro. And so I'm just trying to figure out how to like hook it all up. And if I can't do it, I'll just grab something else. But that is something that I would also like to do in time. I've mentioned before as well. So when I came back from Japan, obviously I would love to do hand cams with some of the stuff I got there. Like the PS1 screen, because that is just very funny. And I want to play like the Famicom disk system with the CRT as well. I also ran into some trouble there because I realized like I wanted a little one, right? But not only are they a little hard to come by, also I realized that I actually have to go out of my way to find one that'll do like both 50 and 60 hertz, because that is how you play like games from America and Japan. You need 60 hertz. We had 50 here, and that's why our games ran a little slower. So I need to sort that out first as well. I need to be very selective, and I also don't want to blow the bank, because let's face it, they are just not worth that much money. But yeah, hand cam is something I would love to do as well. So if there's lots of good things we can try and do this year, I say like, let's try it this year, as if it's not about to be April and we're not about to be like a quarter of the way through. I think the Fire Blast did this boss. Ooh. Alright, we'll use an energy tank, because I got 6. But I think that was everything that got answered for the weakness section, which I'm grateful for, that people were very light with me. You either must like me, or you just don't want to hurt my little feelings. There we go. The most annoying weapon is the one that works the best. But I was surprised by the good old performance review, because it was overwhelmingly positive. And then, yes, as I said before, we got to question, I think 5 or whatever, which was the important one. If you were his streaming boss, would you allow this man to continue streaming? Has he passed the probationary period? And everybody, it was 100% answered yes, which I was amazed with. I thought at least one person would be like, get bent, loser. But everyone was so nice, as usual, and I couldn't be more grateful. There was also, I'll read it out in a second, gonna lurk for a bit, that is fine. Milo Molson is here, and he is allowing us to drink water uncomfortably loud. I almost drown myself almost every time I do this, but you gotta commit. So here we go. Here's the water. Alright, did not choke this time. I hope that pleased you. But in just a sec, I'll read out the next and final section, which was, if there is any one thing you could say to me, what would it be? And if anyone's like, maybe don't read that part out, it didn't seem that private. People were just saying nice things. So, I don't think it was that crazy. I don't think it's like anything that people wouldn't want out and about. And of course, it's all anonymous. I have no idea who wrote everything. And then I guess we can get to the marshmallow questions as well, because a couple of those came through. Some of them nice, some of them standard, some of them a little bit out there. I hope my game doesn't crash, because the castle is like the first place, or well, the last place really where passwords work. So if it crashes here, we pretty much have to do that whole first level beyond. So the entire last 8 levels you have to do in one big go. So hopefully, I've never had a game like this crash. I always keep my cartridges nice and clean, but hopefully it all works out. We're at the second Mr. X boss, so let's just open up the old records here. Alright, so there were some submissions. So the final question, if there was one thing you could tell me, what would it be? And it was pretty standard. Like, it was pretty nice. It was just nice to read. Who is this again? Ah, this guy. It's the Tomahawk, I believe, which is like, of course, in this game, it's got a nasty habit of the boss's weakness is the hardest thing to hit it with. So look at this. I gotta learn my angles and vectors for this boss, which is alright, because he's just going up and down a bit. I'm just letting myself get hit a bit. We're just trading, because I don't really care that much. And we did it! Mathematizing, it's true. So there were some responses. So there was like, if there was one thing you could tell me, what would it be? The first answer I've got here is be my friend, which is a silly thing to say because we already are friends and we have been for quite some time. Anyone here can be buddies. If we know each other, we're already pals. You don't really get a say in the matter. Nice. We've got, I think you're cool, so thank you again for whoever wrote that one. Someone just put a love heart, which again, very nice. Gotta get rid of this guy before it's too late. Somebody, I followed this link. Somebody in the, if you could tell me anything, what could it be? Link. Someone put a YouTube link in there and I thought, oh god, what am I about to be made to watch? Ooh, there is an E-tank there. How do I get there? Ah, it's fine. I've got like a bajillion. I don't need it. I don't need it. Someone put a YouTube link in there and so I followed it. I did the old copy and paste and it led to that, you know, that one video of the Japanese dude. I think he's in like the water in his fishing gear and he gives the whole like never give up speech. And so I was made to watch that, and to whoever sent that, thanks a bunch. If there was any one thing you could tell me, never give up. He's a pretty rad guy, but I would never tell him. Wouldn't want him to get an inflated ego. Fantastic. Thanks. And the last one that I saw, which is very kind, very nice, there was an I love you in there. And quite frankly, to anyone who may have been writing that, of course was anonymous, no clue, but love you too, really do. I love you too. Anyone who shows up, anyone who's so kind and nice all the time. There is lots of love there, and if you feel it for me, I'll say it right back. I'll never be afraid. This is a loving, caring space. We're all buddies here. This is a positivity zone. So I'm glad that I could foster a position that made you comfortable enough to say that, and I can answer in earnest. That's nice. It is. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This guy keeps saying the L word to us. He can't keep getting away with it. No, lots of love here all the time. I feel no shame. I am not embarrassed. I'm a grown man and I can say the things I love. Life's too short. You gotta say it every day to the people that matter to you most. So I love everyone here. I love Ace P. Caswa. I love Alice's Witch Hat. Anyone who strikes up now, I will tell them they love them right now. Without a single shred of shame or embarrassment. And it's the same every day. It's the truth. And that was it for the performance review, which was fantastic. I'm glad I put it up. Who knows, maybe we can do one at the year mark as well. First up as well, I got myself, I jump scared myself when I first went to check it, because I did not realize Google Documents and Google Forms were different. So I went to check on it, and I went to the Google Documents area, and my stuff was gone, and I was like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean it's gone? I just wrote that whole thing. People answered it, don't tell me I lost everything, but apparently Google Forms is a different zone. A different jurisdiction. Alright, we gotta do this one so that we can jump on up and get a bonus item here. Nice! Maybe at the next level we can start reading the marshmallow questions as well. Ooh. And now this. Look at what I have to put up with. Ooh! We were doing so well. We got too cocky. We were too loved up. We got distracted. We got to be more serious. We tried to rush, and it did not work out. Still on world record pace. Any other VTuber who actually ever played Mega Man 6? Everyone usually goes for Mega Man 2 or 3. Sometimes they even play the first one, and then that's about it. You don't really see a lot of Mega Man 4, 5, 6 on the old timeline. Oh man, this place is a wreck. I'm getting out of here. We're rushing again. These stay gone, so that's nice. If anyone else has any questions they want to ask, just raw, just do it in the chat. I don't care. I'll answer anything. Now we gotta play. What was this guy's weakness? Is it the dragon? No, it's the big old Met tank. Alright, I remember. I haven't done this in years, but I remember. It is the bee attack. You gotta jump up, you gotta hit him. He hates the frost. And I really am just operating on that get them before they get you mindset. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna use one just because I don't want to do that again. It's fine. We've got lots of stuff. We've got lots of resources. I'm drinking a lot of water today. I guess my throat's a bit dry. Drink water, boys. It's good for you. Drink tea as well. Put honey in there. It's nice. I'll open the marshmallow questions because there were some dumb ones in there. There were some nice ones. Not to put down the equivalence of people. Check this out now. So look at my stuff. Look at the bee attack. It's empty, but with the item balancer, I can pick up this Game Boy looking thing, and it's full, or it's more filled than it was before. So, thankfully and luckily, that does it for us automatically. It's the best thing Mega Man has ever added. Oh, it's fine. So the first question that I got here is, someone would like to know what Australian university is like, the university system. I do happen to know a lot about it because, well, obviously you just know about the things in your country, and I've known a lot of people that have done it as well. I am actually, I think I've said before, I take no shame in it. I love my life. I am a university dropout myself. I actually really hated it and decided to just get to work instead. Which, to my knowledge, there's nothing wrong with, but your mileage may vary, your opinions may differ. You may think I'm a bum, because I am. I'm actually much less cool than you might think. But there we go, that's that advice again, saying don't put yourself down. So I already failed my New Year's March 26th resolution. Oh, I guess we have to get hurt now. We didn't do the brick breaking. But in terms, there was a question there. Is there an Australian equivalent to Oxbridge? And I do not know what that is. If anyone knows more about that or would like to Google it for me because I'm a lazy little boy, feel free. I do not know what Oxbridge is, but in terms of Australian university, so if you are an Australian citizen, Australian university is effectively free, right? So it does cost money, but if you're an Australian citizen, if that is you, you can get into like, I guess it's called like a HEX debt, right? And that is like HECS, so it's not like a curse, it's not like HEX. But you can get one of those, and basically it is, Oxbridge is a portmanteau of the universities of Oxford and Cambridge, the two oldest, wealthiest, and most famous universities in the United Kingdom. No, we don't really have that. We've got our own universities here, and they have like sister schools and stuff around the world, but for the most part, we're just doing it on our own. But thank you very much for searching that up. But yeah, university, it's like effectively free. You don't have to pay anything up front if you live here. You do have to pay quite a bit if you are a foreigner. No problem. You do have to pay quite a bit if you're a foreigner, like coming here to study. It's basically how the universities make their money. They like to price gouge foreign people. So my best advice, if you would like to come to Australia to study, either just do an exchange with your own university, or just show up, become a citizen, or just like, yeah, just take the citizenship test, or just marry in. That's the best advice I can give. But so it's effectively free for Australians, right? You take your debt and you basically, is there a most prestigious Australian university? Where I know there's like, basically there's like the universities of like place, you know, like the universities of like their state or their capital city. I think are basically the most like prestigious ones in the area, like in that area, and the people who go there will definitely let you know about it. But honestly, like they all do different stuff. Like they focus on different things. And I guess in Australia that is pretty decent. Like there is more of a focus on higher education being what you want it to be. Like if you need, like no one's gonna force you to go to the most prestigious like school to do like a hair and makeup course. They'll be like, you can absolutely do that, but you don't need to do, ooh! You don't need to do that here. But how it works, alright. This guy's acting like a snob going to a state school, pretty much. Again, dropout, so don't judge me. Don't care about that stuff. So how the HEX debt works is basically the government's like, we will pay your fee as an Australian citizen. We'll make it like less, and we'll even pay it too, and you don't have to pay it back until like way down the line. So it's actually based off of income. There is a certain income threshold that once you start making it, like, you know, once it gets reported that, I think it's somewhere like 40 or 50,000 Australian dollars a year. If that's your salary, then it starts coming out. It like, it's taken out like tax, and you start paying your debt back bit by bit, you know? So you basically don't even notice it ever, but they wait until you're good and ready and financially stable, I guess. So if you're just working part-time or not making very much money at all, they'll never like come hunting for their money, which is nice. And then once you are good, like, yeah, they're like, you know, everything's worked out, your degree's clearly working, come on back and let's pay a little bit of debt. Oh no. I did it again. I did that to myself. I wasn't paying attention. It's a good system, trust me. A lot of people I know, yeah, they like pay off their debts. They don't even notice that it's there. It works. You aren't charged like an arm and a leg like I hear about the American system. Rest in peace for the people over there. I do not know how anyone bothers with that stuff. What an awful system. How are they supposed to get filthy rich? Well, they still do get paid. And like I said, they trick the foreigners. They make like people from other countries pay like stupid amounts. Like sometimes, in some cases, like 5 times the amount, like 5 to 10 times the amount of an education for the same education that an Australian person would be getting. So that's a little bit like gross, but that's how they make their filthy rich money. So unfortunate. Yeah, what am I doing? I've got no Mega Men left, so I need to play well. What if I just didn't do a bad job this time? How's that for like a question? But university here is just fine. I hated it. I hated the vibe. I didn't want to be there, so I wasn't there. But if anyone wants to go there, feel free. If you just roll up as a foreigner, you might have a bad time. But if you know, if you bide your time and become a citizen one way or another, either through, you know, staying here long enough or true love and marriage, then you can hang out and get like basically free education. It used to be like perfectly free, apparently, like back in the 80s and stuff. Like they just didn't charge anything and didn't ask for anything back. It was entirely government funded. But then that dosh was too attractive. So we got rid of that. Lucky. So I think that is, and university, it's like, it's pretty relaxed. It's good. I just hated it, so I didn't do it. All right, who's here? I think it might actually be Mr. X himself in his big old ball. Now, what was it? What did he hate? Did he hate the spear? No. Did he hate the... What did he hate? He didn't hate the fire blast, did he? He did. It's the fire blast. This is all you really need to do. There's not a lot going on with Mr. X. But would you believe it? Mr. X! This basically says, like, you're a pleb. I'll beat you up. It was Dr. Wily the whole time. So this question, this next one, I was like, what on earth came into your head when you wrote this? But... So, when Barbie the movie came out, did everyone at the Barbie, the grill, start saying shrimp on the Barbie and Ken? My desire to know this stems, this song is also really good, stems from my innate desire to eat grilled seafood. So, just a quick one for that, no. Because we don't say, basically, the only word in that entire sentence we say is Barbie, short for barbecue. As we've discussed, we have found out in the past that shrimp and prawns are actually different things. But we say prawns around here to denote basically everything. So that is not a sentence anyone says. The Barbie movie was very good though. I saw it. I did the Barbenheimer double up, and it was worth it. What am I doing? I gotta get out of this. There were 3 more questions, so I should answer them because we are getting close to the end. We're only about 4 levels left, which is pretty cool. Love the item balancer. That's good. I was a little worried. That I was gonna run through this too quickly, but I've really been adept at dragging my butt around, like, answering these questions. I got the District 9 guys over there, that's crazy. That was South Africa, but I know what you're getting at. I didn't get the shortcut. I'll look at the next question soon. I guess just as something for me to yap about. Alright. He's facing the wrong way. Oh. Didn't work out. So one lovely person sent in 3 in 1. 3 questions in one post, which is all I could ever ask for because I desperately need more to get through. Our first one is there something you would feel comfortable telling us, but not your friends and family IRL? And honestly, my honest, real, true answer to that is pretty much almost everything. I don't know, there's something about the idea of like basically just yapping and talking about whatever I want and doing whatever I want and showing what I like and what I do online to me is like very, very different to talking about how I talk about things like in person to people. You might not believe it because I've just been talking non-stop like I do every day, but I'm actually a very, very quiet and reserved person. Usually people around me are always talking, and so I just let them. I just let people talk for me, over me, whatever. I really don't talk that much, and you might think that's a little sad, but it is what it is. Same? Nice. We get it. We understand each other well. But yeah, basically like, yeah, to answer the real question, is there anything you'd be comfortable telling us but not real life friends and family? The answer is basically everything. So if you ever want to ask me something, I don't know, I just feel comfortable. I guess when there's that, it's like, there we go, there we did it. There's just that degree, it's not exactly the anonymity of it, but I don't know, I feel I feel much more comfortable expressing myself and sharing to people that I don't know and I perhaps may never meet, even though that's slowly changing. I've met a couple people at this point and I'm talking to people more and more, which is actually fantastic. More and more people are trying to get to know me, and so I'm getting to know them as well, which is a fantastic privilege. But yeah, I don't know, like a lot of people, like no one knows that I do like VTubing or anything. My parents know that I stream, and they've never seen it. They don't know the account. They don't know that I do this, like, and I don't, like, I'm pretty much hoping to go with friends and family as long as I can without anyone really finding out or me having to explain anything. And it's not exactly shame or embarrassment, but sometimes it is just nice to just do your own thing. I take a lot of value in just doing my own thing, like nice and quiet. I don't have to be the loudest or the center of attention, even though that's sort of the goal when you're on here being the streamy man. But I don't really need or want that in real life. Like, I'm perfectly fine keeping quiet or not really, like, I wouldn't say, I'm not sad or anything, I just keep it to myself. I guess that's what it is. I'm a bit more comfortable in just keeping things and opinions to myself. I like to enjoy things on my own. I'm getting to this point now where I'm meeting more people in this sort of sphere where it's becoming more and more fun to share opinions. There we go, we got this one. And like go wild with people about the things we all like. And I just don't really have that because I guess a lot of the people I know in person don't really share the same sort of interests. And that's okay. Oh, I got tricked. But yeah, so if there's anything I'd feel comfortable saying or sharing, it is absolutely everything. I'm much more comfortable here than I am anywhere else with anyone else, so feel special. You know some things that people that have known me for years have no clue about. There were 2 questions left. Which is crazy that, yeah, we're getting towards the end of the game and we've lined this up beautifully. Oh. There we go. Oh. I'm just going to quickly check. What was another question? What was the second out of the 3? Oh, here we go. Other than Japan, what countries have I been to or want to go to and why? Well, let's continue this same sort of vein, right? Well, I've been to Japan a couple of times and honestly, at this point, that's the only place I've been. Whoops, right? I've got family in Europe, so I will have to make like a Europe trip eventually. Like, oh no, what a terrible thing, right? Nice, look at this guy. I forget what his deal is. I think it's the Silver Tomahawk again. No, it's not. It might be the Night Crush then. Let me just find his weakness. It ain't. Or is it the Yamato Spear? Yes, it is. So, Europe would be on the menu eventually. As in, like, not the whole thing, because it's pretty big. I've always had interest, so I guess the 3... Go to France and see the riots, yeah, and like the rubbish in the streets. Beautiful. The main branches of family that I have are in like England, Germany, Croatia, and here in Australia. So that's, if I could only visit like 3 European countries, well, I've pretty much answered that for you. And at this point, I've never really thought about America before, but at this point, there are definitely friends I've made and people who I wouldn't mind seeing. Things to do that I wouldn't mind doing if I went there. Because, you know, at this point, met up with a couple of people or 2. And it goes really well and people want to do it in the future, like they've already communicated. So I'm open to it as well. So maybe America could be on the menu in the future as well. Alright, look at this rubbish. We are not doing this. The reappearing, disappearing blocks. There is like a way to skip it in almost every game, and I am absolutely all for skipping it. No. And plus, people I know that have been to America as well. Yeah, USA. People I know who have been to America and stuff, they're always big on like the national parks and like you gotta get yourself there. And I was like, alright, no problem. I like a good national park. Because apparently they are just gigantic. If you want to hear a fun story, so we're back in like 2003. Sorry, that just happens sometimes. So, my story. So I had the original Game Boy Advance, right? Love it. Beautiful, best shape. My mother went on a trip to the US in like 2003. and she came back. She went on a trip with her best friend. She came back to see us with a brand new like Game Boy Advance SP as a surprise gift. It had not come out in Australia yet. You remember back when like products and games had like staggered releases around the world? That's crazy. But she brought one back and we went nuts because like it wasn't out yet. It was not in Australia and we loved it. We thought it was sick. It was amazing. I've still got it. I had to fix it up at one point, but it still works and it's still good. This thing. What was this thing's deal? But there was a catch, and I'll explain that hopefully very shortly. The blast. I think I am meant to use this one because it keeps him away. I feel like there's something better I could be using. Just give me a sec. I'm focusing so hard. I will use a tank. I think the blast was probably best. Maybe the windstorm. There we go. But there was a catch, right? Yeah, region lock. No, the Game Boy Advance was not region locked. No Game Boy is region locked. But that is right. You're right about the electric current. So the main selling point of the Game Boy Advance SP when it came out was that it had a rechargeable battery. And that was amazing, except we played it, we loved it when our mother gave it to us. And of course, we exhausted the battery, right? Except, as I just said, it was not out yet in Australia, which meant that there was... Ooh, I just died. So it was not out yet in Australia, which means that we were stuck with the charger it came with, which was the American plug, which not only was the wrong voltage, but was the wrong shape for our electrical sockets in the wall. So we actually had to wait. We had to wait like a month or however long it was between releases in order to get a proper charger. So we had an amazing like couple days with it. And then no more. Then we had to wait like suckers. Gotta get rid of this guy real quick. I got a sneak peek. I did, and it was awesome. I wasn't even that kid that like took it to school early. We just enjoyed it in our home. It was already dead. I haven't charged my gun in ages. Well, we did get a sneak peek and it was very good. Much appreciated. I still have it. It was the black one and it was awesome. Why'd I change back? So yes, as an aside, that's awesome though. It truly was. So if there's any places in the world I'd like to visit, yeah, like I guess America's on the list now, Europe. People just say New Zealand as well. People say New Zealand is nice to visit. I guess because it's like, it's close by to Australia. So that's my answer, Your Honor. If you're here listening, who knows? Maybe one day soon, I could be in a place near you. The world tour. There was one more question that I'll answer soon, because we're just doing the boss remix, and I need a little something to keep me going and talking, because we are almost done. Ooh, very good last question. This was a good one to leave till last. So, last question that I received before the stream was up. Do you believe in soulmates? And that is a very nice question. That is a question that I will not mind asking and talking about. Who was his deal? The windstorm, I think. Yeah. This will go by a lot faster now. So, do I believe in soulmates? Yes and no, honestly. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of like people coming together, you know, love at first sight, true love. It's all fantastic. If you've ever listened to me talk even once, you know that I am a large-scale romance enjoyer. Everyone likes a good love story. What is good against this guy? Maybe he's the plant barrier. He is. We just have to make sure we don't get too close. Ooh, it's him or me, but it's okay. We can just use an E-Tank. So I like the concept of all of that, but I'm not so sure that it's all true in real life, because any sort of love or relationship, in my opinion, in my like cultured, experienced opinion, obviously, is that love is work. Any sort of proper relationship connection do you have the C flash? Yes, he hates it. Is like, it's work. You got to put effort in every day. It's like 100% from both parties. So maybe it can start up wonderfully, surprisingly, in a way you can't expect. But I want to say yes and no as my official answer of the soulmate thing. Perhaps if you found yours, more power to you. Could not be happier. I actually like... This isn't really something, again, people talk about too much around these parts, but I actually love hearing about that stuff. I love hearing about how people got together, how people met their partners, how long people have been together. Love it. It's fun to talk about, and people always go off when you ask them about theirs, so they just go and go and go, and it's fun to listen to. I think you've gathered that outside I'm a bit of a listener rather than a talker. I think he had the spear. Yeah. So the idea of true love, soulmates and all that, it's a neat idea. I'd like to believe in it as much as I can, but I do believe that it really is just comes about hard work and effort in maintaining a relationship. And I will reiterate, if you have found your true love, if you have found your soulmate, more power to you, and I could not be happier. Maybe you hated the blizzard attack. Okay, he does. But I think if it hits his shield, it's no good. So I think he's another boss that had the exact amount, and we're gonna have to do this one. He's not that tough. So honestly, maybe using the boss weapon is a bit of a miss on Plant Man. Nice. Alright, dude, my grandpa was telling me how he met his second wife and it was all cute and stuff. What he didn't tell me, he was cheating on your grandma while he was seeing his second wife. Now you see, that's not so good. I think a lot of old people's stories on how they get together, they sound nice at first, but when you really dig into the facts, they're all not so nice. Like, honestly, my grandparents, the story I've been told, so they got together in Croatia, like way back when. Such a cute story too. So the deal was, he really only liked her because she was like the farmer's daughter in like poor rural Croatia, and like when the winter came and the times got tough, like they had the farms, they had the extra like animals that they could slaughter, so they never went hungry. So he was like, hey, I wouldn't mind getting in on that. And like, so again, they definitely 100% loved each other, but I don't think that was a soulmate idea. I think that was they got together for other reasons and then worked it out and formed their positive connection afterwards. So yes, pragmatic. I enjoy true love, I enjoy soulmates, but perhaps they don't have that many real-world applications as we would like. But we can only dream. We can only hope for the best. I hope you like me taking out this tank one shot at a time. Ooh, nice, couldn't be better. And Eddie's here at the final boss to also give me a 1-up. I think beat might be good for this one as well. We haven't really used beat for anything. I don't think he's as useful in this game as he is in other games. I forget what the super duper final boss. Oh, the Silver Tomahawk's going pretty good. Whoops. And then the second form. Same deal. Which is a little lame, like, because you can sort this out pretty fast. But I think he has a third form as well. The final Wily on the NES. And it still seems to be the Tomahawk, which is crazy. So as you can see, like, not the hardest stuff. Oh, and I ran out of juice. Leo, hey, we're at the final boss. I just finished answering all the questions. Everything's going great. Oh, lots of weapons do a good job at him. And done. There you go, stop the clock. There we go. You know what? You know what we're gonna do that we never did before? Just arrest the guy. Wowie. Never thought of that one before, did ya? Just send him to jail. And there you go, we answered all the questions. We got through the performance review. We had a great time. Buncombe is here. Don't... So now it's an extra party. Hey dude, you showed up right at the end. Happy for it, and we did it. And now we've beaten all NES Mega Man games. Maybe we'll have to do some of the X games sometime. Because Mega Man 7, it's not my favorite, and I'm a little afraid of the final boss. Like, he doesn't scare me, he's just really tough. And if I made a mistake on stream and had to, like, redo a whole section, I would be a little upset. Oh man, I almost finished my water. I have to, like, keep it. In case anyone wants to redeem that. Another one we can play, Mega Man and Bass on the Super Nintendo. I really don't like that game, but I've played it a lot, and I'm half decent at it. But there we go, we did the whole thing. We celebrated 6 months together. Here's to at least 6 more. And I like how everyone's theme works into the credits song as well. It's genius. Feels good. This has been a good day. This was a good idea. I'm a genius. Tomorrow, I might be streaming a little later than I usually do, like maybe around this time. You missed the questions. Wow. That's on you. I answered them. The video will be going up, but other than that, lost to time. We'll never talk about them again. I think I'll be starting up around this time tomorrow, like as in right this second. So whatever time it is for you, probably be here tomorrow. I really want to play Castlevania some more. So I think that's what we're going to do. But please don't leave, because we're going to be talking through the credits, and then we are just going to find someone else to scoot off to. It's going to be sick. Tomahawk Man, best music in the game. Great game, Mega Man 6. Not enough people give 4, 5, 6 attention. They're too stuck on like 2 and 3. Honestly, 3 is like, let's do the power ranking right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, from best to worst, I would say, having played them all just now, I would say, let's say 4 and 6. Gonna eat your food. See ya. Have a great lunch. Hope to see you again sometime. So, I would say 4 is the best. 4 is my favorite. And then it goes 6, and then 5, and then 2, and then 3, and then 1 is probably my least favorite, only because... Actually, no, scratch that. It goes 1 and then 3, because I hate the Doc Robot levels so much. And that's how it is. That's the truth. But I do prefer the second trilogy to the first. The later half of the hexology is where it's at. Great game. Everyone should give Mega Man a try. This was a global effort, this game. I don't think this one came out in PAL regions. I might be wrong. It was too late. It was like 1993. It was like a year after the Super Nintendo came out. Ridiculous. But then I think like a Kirby came out, like a Kirby game came out in 94, so I don't know what the heck they were doing. Alright, let's look at who's online. Don't leave yet, my friends. To be continued. Ooh. Who is on? Who's around? Oh, no way. Got it. We've got our target. Alright, nice. The planner's name was Turkey. I think there was a thing, like, I think most of them... Oops, I started the game back up. But, a lot of older games... I don't think they were allowed to put their, like, full name, for whatever reason, in the credits. So they all came up with, like, pseudonyms. I guess one guy wanted to be called Turkey. Alright, we're going to go send ourselves to a new friend. So make sure to go say hello for me. Send him some giraffes when we raid him. Other than that, thanks for coming. Today was great. Love you. I'm saying it again. Love you all very much. Miss you already. And I'll see you tomorrow. Castlevania. I really want to play it. It's going to be a hoot. See you then. Love ya. And that is me done. Thanks for watching. See you next time.